Thank you for being here with us today. Appreciate you being here. Couple housekeeping things real quick. One, this is being recorded so that we can post it online later. And then number two is this, meditation session is being provided by Evolution Mental Health Services. We try to make people's lives better through improving their mental health, and mindfulness meditation is a great tool for that. So we're happy to be able to provide this service free and to the public. All right. So today, I kind of went back and forth in my mind, like, what do we focus on today? So it's Christmas Eve, um, which means different things for different people. For some people, that's a very like a happy, joyful time. Lots of festivities, family, friends, stuff like that. For some people, it's a very stressful time, very overwhelming, where you have a million places to be and a million things to do. And even though everyone's supposed to be like happy and joyful, some people are just kind of stressed out and miserable. I've talked to plenty of people who've told me that about their holiday season. For some people, it's a sad time. Yeah, this time of year reminds them of loss and things like that. And so it's a difficult time of year for them. For some people, it's a lonely time of year. So trying to figure out, what do you focus on a day like today? And what I decided is let's just keep it simple. Let's focus on just, three things. Um, we're going to focus on just relaxation because it's something probably everybody needs some degree of at this time of year. Relaxation, just a sense of calm and focus, and just like some positivity or gratitude, or even compassion. Just sending some good vibes, basically, to ourselves and others. So the way we're going to do that is we're going to start our meditation with some focus on relaxation. Then we're going to move into more focus and turning the volume down, so to speak. And then the last phase will be um, just the positive vibes. So I'll walk us through that. You don't have to worry about time or when we're going to do what. Like I said, I'll just kind of talk us through it. I've got a timer here that I'm going to use with a bell that'll go off, so we'll know when it's time to wrap up. So yeah, that's going to be the focus today. So what I want us to do is everybody get in a comfortable but supportive position. I'm going to adjust my seating accordingly. So we want you to be like upright where you can breathe well. But at the same time, kind of relaxed and comfortable. Um, and then if you're comfortable doing so, just close your eyes. You don't have to close your eyes, but if you're comfortable doing so, closing your eyes can help just kind of tune out some distraction. So we'll close our eyes. Let's start by just taking just a couple deep breaths, just kind of get centered here. So just a couple deep breaths in and out. Okay, so now we're going to start with the relaxation piece. So what I want us to do is we're going to start with something we've done before, if you've been here before, which is just a body scan. What I want you to do is just scan your body. Start from your head and slowly work your way down to your feet or to your bottom. Just and take note of how everything feels. Uh, how do your muscles feel? Do you have any muscle tension, or are you feeling relaxed? How do your joints feel? How does your stomach feel? How does your heart feel? How's your breathing? Do you notice any pain anywhere in your body? Just start, like I said, just start from your head and slowly work your way down your body and just take note of how you feel. And then when you find things, like for instance, if you find that your muscles are tense in a certain area, try to relax that. So if you find areas of discomfort, if you're able to, try to tend to those. And I realize sometimes we're uncomfortable and we can't do anything about it because it's related to some, some physical issue we have going on or something like that. But let's take care of just relaxing what we can and taking care of our bodies the best we can and being aware of our physical bodies. So I'm going to stop talking and let's just do our body scan and try to tend to our physical needs as best we can. Really focus on relaxing your muscles. Feel your muscles loosen up, your facial muscles, your neck, your shoulders, your upper back, your torso, your arms. Just feel the muscles loosen up and relax. Oftentimes we store so much tension, so much energy in our gut, in our midsection. So focus on that. Try to focus on the soft, relaxed belly. Focus on slow, steady breathing. Now I want to continue to help ourselves relax, but also increase our focus and maybe try to tune out some of the noise in our head by really focusing on our breathing. For the next few minutes, I want us to pay attention to our breathing, take deep breaths in and long, slow breaths out. I prefer to take deep breaths in through my nose, really trying to fill up my diaphragm, fill up from my stomach all the way up to my neck, and then long, slow exhales through my mouth, like I'm breathing through a straw almost. That's my preferred method. You don't have to do it that way if there's another breathing technique that you like. The point is just to focus on your breath. For some people, it helps them to stay focused by maybe putting a hand on your stomach to feel the rise and fall as you breathe, or maybe to pay attention to the feeling in your nostrils as you feel the air move in and out. Whatever you need to do to help you focus. Let's just spend a few minutes just trying to focus on our breath. And if you get distracted, that's okay. That's part of human nature. It happens to everybody. If you notice yourself being distracted, just acknowledge it and bring your focus back to your breath. So I'm going to stop talking now and let's just breathe for a few minutes. Now, as we continue to breathe and take note of how we're feeling, we want to think about the people in our lives, which includes ourselves. You know, for this time of year, for some people, it's easy to find a lot of joy and happiness. And like I said earlier, for some people, that's more difficult. What I want us to do is think about the people in our lives, think about the people that we love, that we're grateful for, and think about them and our gratitude. And if you want, you could maybe just in your mind or in spirit try to send some warm wishes their way. There are people that come to mind that you're not so comfortable with, or that maybe you have a strained relationship with, or something like that. If it's possible to think of things that about that relationship for which you've been grateful, then I encourage you to do that. If you can bring yourself to wish well on that person or those people, I would encourage you to do that. If you can't and it's just too painful, that's okay. Just don't worry about those people and focus on the good. And also, don't forget to think about yourself. Be grateful for what you do for yourself and just who you are in general. And if you have any struggles about yourself, struggles with yourself, practice on some understanding and compassion toward yourself. So let's just spend these last few minutes thinking about the people in our lives and ourselves and trying to be grateful and wish people well, including ourselves. Sometimes it helps to try to visualize those people that you're thinking of, see them in your mind's eye, maybe visualize yourself giving them a warm embrace and try to picture, try to see the people that you're thinking of. Now let's just take a couple more deep breaths as we prepare to come back to the world around us. Just a couple deep breaths. Slowly open your eyes and reorient yourself to your surroundings. I hope this time today has been beneficial. I encourage you to think more about the experience today. Make notes of your experience, journal, whatever. I encourage you to practice this on your own time. Practice mindfulness on your own time to help increase your awareness, your acceptance, your loving kindness, your compassion, your focus. I encourage you to be back next week. Um, and I hope you all have a great holiday season. And I just wish you all to be well and to be at peace and to be free. Thank you.